UAE bans imports of live animals from the Republic of Paraguay following outbreak of foot and mouth disease. Australian ambassador unveils rare Paz-Paley pearl in Dubai. And flooded Philippine towns struggle after 2 typhoons in a week. This is 7 National News. In our top story, the UAE has banned imports of all types of live animals from the Republic of Paraguay following an outbreak of foot and mouth disease. Dr. Rashid Ahmed bin Farhad, the Minister of Environment and Water, made the announcement in a resolution issued after reports from the World Organization for Animal Health confirmed foot and mouth disease in animals in Paraguay. The decision also comes in the framework of the ministry's keenness to implement its strategic objectives with regards to raising levels of biosecurity and food security. Treated products in accordance with the methods recommended in the code of the World Organization for Animal Health are excluded. It also required that animals should be slaughtered in an approved facility and under the supervision of an Islamic center that is supported by the UAE. And tourists who purchase and carry wildlife souvenirs from abroad could end up in jail should they be made from endangered species, according to a local paper. The Daily quoted officials at the International Fund for Animal Welfare as saying that more people should be aware of the list of banned wild animals and plants. Hundreds of species are included on the CITES list for illegal wildlife trafficking, from lions and pine trees to coral and frogs. Souvenirs such as models made with ivory on the banned list will be confiscated, and only if the customs authorities believe travellers are ignorant, they will be released. Otherwise, legal action will be taken. The maritime industry in the region is optimistic. According to industry experts, they expect the upward trend to continue as demands in the Middle Eastern, African and Asian regions continue to surge. Meanwhile, the UAE is also enjoying its market share, with companies reporting expansion projects and vessel manufacturing on the rise. Khadija Saleh has this report.
Despite the slowdown of activities in the past, the local and regional maritime industries say they are now seeing positive growth at present. According to industry specialists at the 3rd Sea Trade Middle East exhibition, this growth can be attributed to government support to the sector. However, there is always room for improvement.
I think the Emirates have planned very well in having all the ports and the dry docks and the international companies to be available at hand to provide service. You know, the liberal economy that we have given us the chance to be having a foothold in expanding this industry.
According to companies, they are having their hands full this time. Among them is Dubai Shipbuilding and Engineering Company, a local family-run business that successfully established itself in the ship manufacturing sector.
Our yards are capable to produce more than 9 vessels a year. But we don't take orders from foreign companies because we are fulfilled with our local market. We have enough orders.
In addition, experts say the high energy prices are generating renewed interest in existing oil and gas reserves, as well as encouraging investment towards environmentally sound efforts.
And the important thing for the marine industry is to do a stepwise way of using the energy better, because they use a lot of oil and in the vessels, and by using this more smarter, you can improve the energy efficiency, and then you also reduce the footprint of the CO2.
Thus, sophisticated technology and systems that allow companies to handle data more efficiently are also in demand for better operations.
ABS Nautical Systems provides a comprehensive package of fleet management software. We break our modules into 4 basic components of maintenance management, supply chain management, safety management, and crew management. Through the structured control of their data, being able to access their data, to log their data, we feel that they can directly access or directly improve the safety, the performance of their operations in all these various aspects.
With renewed activity, the market is showing more strength this year. In fact, with the expansion trend, experts say there is hardly a port in the region without an ambitious expansion plan, particularly in shipbuilding and repairs.
Mainly our expansion will be for building and repairing naval vessels in addition to more advanced and larger offshore vessels. The Red Sea also, there are some shipyards, but old and deteriorated ones in Jeddah and in Suez. For that reason, we will build a new shipyard at Jizan to cover the needs of the vessels just crossing the Red Sea from the south to the north and from the north to the south. Almost 100 vessels every day with no coverage of the proper repair there. And of course, shipbuilding will help all the east of Africa nations. They have no shipyard serving them.
With such positivity on the rise, market players in the region are confident that the best is indeed yet to come. Experts say the next few years should be smooth sailing. Khadija Sali, 7 National News.
Experts have stressed that education in the Middle East is still putting much emphasis on the use of outdated teaching methods, restricting the potential of many pupils. At the Emirates Centre for Strategic Studies and Research's second annual education conference, Essentials of School Education in the UAE, Dr. Mughir Khamis Al-Khaili, the Director General of the Abu Dhabi Education Council, agreed and noted that the Council, as well as the government, have begun to take steps to reform the current education system. According to a local report, Al-Khaili said that more countries around the world are becoming knowledge-based economies, and in order to keep up with the demands that such economies entail, educational programs need to be tailored to include many new elements. He added that the inclusion of technology in the classroom is the right step to reach education levels at a par with international standards. Experts have called on the support of parents and the community, in addition to what is being undertaken by educational institutions and the government. Pearl trading in the region is seeing resurgence, and although the UAE does not cultivate the precious ocean gem, some are still considering it, according to recent reports. Although officials from the Multi-Dubai Commodities Centre say that some challenges still remain, such as cultivation space, they continue to stimulate the pearl industry with imports from China, Australia, the US, Thailand and the Philippines. In 2009, about 99.6 million dirhams worth of pearls were traded through the Emirate, up from 95 million in 2008. And pearl lovers were in for a treat today as Australian ambassador to the UAE unveiled the rare Pez Paley pearl at the Atlantis The Palm, which has been flown in especially from Australia and will be on display for the rest of the month. Known as the Pearl of Pearls, it is more than 20 millimetres in diameter and is a rare white round pearl with a strong pink orient. And it is the third time that the precious pearl has ever left Australia.
As far as I'm aware, this is the only pearl of its kind in existence. And to put that in context, I think pearls have existed for more than 3,000 years. I mean, they date back in Dubai 1,200 years at least. So in terms of rarity, this is a unique piece in the world and in history. The UAE has actively pursued and encouraged the pearl trade to come back and participate in the UAE, and the DMCC has done extensive work with our organisation and with other organisations to encourage the pearl trade.
And looking to news abroad now, relief workers are struggling to reach communities in northern Philippine provinces hit by 2 powerful typhoons in less than a week, as concerns grow about a third storm forming off the coast. Homes, schools and shops were submerged in floods between 2 and 3 metres deep as typhoons Nisat and Nalgai dumped heavy rains in the Pampanga province last week. Some residents were marooned on upper stories of buildings, while others were rescued by boats and taken to higher ground. Weather forecasters say the flooding is expected to continue for a few more days. They're also monitoring a weather disturbance forming in the Pacific. Typhoon Nalgai left 3 people dead and 6 missing. It affected nearly 160,000 people, while Nisat forced 180,000 people to flee their homes and seek temporary shelter. The Social Welfare Agency is scrambling to send relief items to flood-hit communities, and boats are in short supply. World Vision, an international aid agency, said people in flooded areas need ready-to-eat food and water. A bus fell and crashed into a ravine in a mountainous area in central China, leaving at least 16 dead and another 19 wounded, state media reported. There were 35 passengers on board when the coach drove across road railings and plunged into a river, dozens of meters below the highway, according to the report. Television pictures showed rescuers organising survivors to climb up to the road while holding onto a rope. Those injured were sent to hospital for further medical treatment, and many had severe injuries, according to local media. Local authorities have launched an investigation into the cause of the deadly accident. And up next, we have the day's business news, so stay with us.